We'll start on the face with the eyes, and as we can see inside the reference, we've got two eyes on each side, so nice and creepy looking, and they've got a little bit of an edge going around them, kind of like a little socket, maybe a metal socket that goes on them. So the easiest shape that we can have for an eyeball is we've got a sphere, so we'll go ahead and drag out a sphere over here, and let's set that to a 12 and a 12 on our axis and our height for the subdivision. And then the other shape that we can use to create that ring that goes around them, we can use a torus, and we're just going to go around it, and because it's so small we're going to get kind of close to what we want. On the properties on the torus, if we go over here, we could take this to about a 0.7. We've got a radius of the 4. We could pull that one in a little bit, and then our axis and our height we'll set to the same as our sphere right in here. And let's go ahead and scale one or the other up or down to better fit in the space that we've got. There we go. We'll just line it up right in there. Now as we look at it, we've got the ring around. We could do a couple things with this one. We could leave it like this, or we could square it off, just so that we can see the difference. If we were going to square it off, let's see if it's 4. We could do the 4 on this one, and we could offset or twist with a 45, or we could square that shape up. So it just depends on what we're going for. I think for ours, I'm going to go more for this instead. I'm going to bump this up to about 3. There we go, something like that. And with that, let's just set that in place. I'm somewhere back behind, so let's pull this up front. We are a little bit big, so let's go ahead and scale this guy down some. Alright, so we're just going to match the angle of that poly that's right there, and if we want to, we could change our rotation to the object instead of the world, just so that we're rotating a little easier. And again, when you want to change that, I've got my rotation tool. I'm just going to the tool options and then changing the axis orientation. Alright, and then I can go into my move tool. Same thing with the move tool. I could go to the object's axis, its local axis, so that I can push and pull that in a little bit easier. Okay, I think that says creepy. And we'll scale this down a little so we can be sure we can get 2 of those eyeballs in here. Alright, I'm going to do Control D. And I'm just going to slide the next one in. Going to scale it down because the other eyeball is a little bit smaller. There we go. Select both of those, Control D, and going to move my movement back to the world so I can just drag him over. There we go. And let's go ahead and just rotate these 2 around, and we can rotate on a world axis so that we can just rotate straight around like this. There it is. And let's grab our other smaller but no less creepy eyeball over here. And we'll rotate this guy around. And let's move him into position. Looks like we're pretty close. Actually, we're just a little over that line, which is good. and rotate him. There we go. We're looking pretty good right in there. So here we've got our two eyeballs, the little eye sockets going around them. And then next up, we'll start working over those little pieces that hinge in there.